Hi, it's Kevin here. I'm just going to take a quick look at a couple of essays sent in by a member of the group. I have them here. We'll go behind the screen in a moment. I'll go through them line by line. I'll show you what the examiner will do, and I'll make some corrections and comments in the text also. Then if you've got any questions, any comments, you can send me a message later. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at these two essays. It'll be quick because I've got lots of business to do. So let's have a look. So in many countries, children are engaged in some kind of paid work. Some people think it's wrong, some people think it's good. What do you think? Okay. In recent history, okay, well, it doesn't really say that. It says now, not about in recent history. A growing trend, children working as labour in various countries. Okay, some people waded into this concept? You mean some people think? Some people think this is an opportunity to experiential learning. Well, experiential, maybe to experience, but it's not about learning, is it? It's they are working, they're not studying. To experience work. However, others have negative attitudes towards this phenomenon. I strongly disagree with this viewpoint of including children in a country's workforce. So, you don't think that children should be working, okay, due to many contributing factors. Now, I usually recommend that you give an outline, okay, so say what the essay is going to say. I disagree with including children in a country's workforce because reason 1 and also reason 2. Anyway, let's take a look. The first and the foremost reason, well, is it first and foremost? You need to avoid these memorized expressions, first and foremost. Okay. First and foremost reason is children's requirement to focus on education that can stimulate their future success and take part in their character building and personality improvement. It's quite a long sentence. Why not just say children's requirement to focus on their education? Okay, these key elements play a pivotal role in becoming a better citizen of society. In less developed countries, children are involved in mechanical works at an early age, where learning is provided by, is this supposed to be illiterate individuals who create an inhospitable environment for young kids who deprive to work hard to generate profits rather than motivating them to attain education. Okay, well, this paragraph's a bit confusing, really. I mean, so, right, you say you don't agree with kids working, so we need 2 reasons why. We don't need many factors, we need 2. 1 reason for paragraph 2. A second reason for number 3, and that's it. So you said the first reason is to focus on education because education's good. In less developed countries, children are involved in working where learning is provided who create an hospitable environment. Well, okay, but we know this because that's what the topic says. What you're supposed to be doing is giving us reasons why kids should not work. Instead of saying, oh, and by the way, in some countries, children work. Well, we know because the topic, it tells us. What you should be doing is telling us why they shouldn't work. So, also, you need specific examples. Every question says, 250 words, give reasons and examples. There's no clear example in this paragraph. Okay. Secondly, children are required. Are they? Are you sure that's the right verb? Required to experience love and affection by the parents and family members to be better human beings. Parents should ensure that children should not be ill-treated and base attitudes at their workplace. But I thought you said that children should not be working. So here you say, okay, kids should be loved, okay, should not be, and then you say something about they should not be ill-treated at their workplace. So can you see why the reader might be confused? It's not very clear. Okay. Lastly, properly managed workshops can be supervised. I thought you said children should not be working. You said, I disagree. Children should not be working. So you say that children should be loved, etc. And then you say that they should be supervised in proper workshops. So the examiner, right, cohesion and coherence for this essay will be quite low because there's no logic. Look, right. Okay. Right, we need a logical organization, a progression, right? A clear central topic in every paragraph. The sequencing should be logical. Well, in this essay, it's just not logical, is it? You know, you say, oh, first and foremost, they should do this, then they should do that. They should be loved, but however, if they work. So, conclusively, you mean in conclusion, I suppose. In conclusion. The ultimate goal should be to create such a workforce for the future. Where's this come from? You've said you disagree that children should work. Now you say the ultimate goal should be create a workforce for the future. Technically, so this conclusion basically has nothing to do with the essay. Nothing to do with the essay. You said, I disagree with including children in work. Okay? Kids should not work. And at the end, you say the ultimate goal should be to create such a workforce for the future. There's no mention of children in this. You haven't mentioned them. So, cohesion, coherence here would be low. Because they're not arranged in a coherent way. They're just not. There's no progression. Relationship with ideas, it's not clear. You know, no clear main topic. So, cohesion and coherence. Now, you know, for grammar and vocab, grammar's not bad, vocab one or two things. But task, response, and especially cohesion and coherence is poor. This is the official criteria, right? This is what the examiners do. So, for task response, you probably get 5 or 4 for task response because there's a position, but you've got to read very carefully to find it. You know, the main ideas, we're not sure, there's no support, there's no details or evidence. So your grammar and vocab are not bad, but coherence and task response, you wouldn't get more than 4. Examiners cannot give you more than 4, possibly 5 at the most because of that, right? There's no clear progression, no logic. The relationship between the ideas is not clear. So that is basically why you wouldn't get a very good score. There. Okay, let's take a look at the second one. Capital punishment is essential to control violence. Do you agree or not? Okay. As our society is getting more prone to criminal activities without capital punishment, I partially agree with this increasing phenomenon. What increasing? phenomenon. And you've used the same expression again, due to various contributing factors, which tells me nothing, doesn't tell me anything. So you partially agree with what exactly? What do you agree with? An increasing phenomenon. It asks you, do you agree or not that capital punishment is essential? So you say, our society is getting more prone to criminal activities. I partially agree with what? That society is getting more prone to criminal activities? Okay, the first and the foremost reason, again, if you use these memorized expressions, examiners don't like it. Okay, capital punishment need to create element of scared behavior. I'm not sure what this means. Element of scared behavior among the society, among society. Are you talking about element of fear? Is that what you mean? Because scared behavior does not work. Alternatives, but why among society? It's not everybody, not everybody in a society is taking part in violence. I don't think so. Alternatives to capital punishment can be imprisonment. If a culprit's know, they will be having the chance to spread nuisance in the future, and its benefits will not to a great extent. Indeed, if an individual sentenced to death, then there'll be no chance of them doing something in the future. Oh yes, they'll be dead. I think you'll find that when people are hanged, they usually die. Okay, hanged to death. So, okay, this is not too bad, but it needs to be clearer, So the reason why capital punishment is essential is because if you execute people, they won't be committing crimes again because they'll be dead. Okay, so moreover, in countries, Pakistan, India, might create disrespectful behaviour in criminals, character building, mental counselling. This is one sentence. That's very long and complicated sentence. No idea what that means. Many NGOs are very concerned. What does that have to do with the question? The question's asking you, do you agree or not that capital punishment is essential? So what we need to do is give two reasons why or why not. So we've got one here. If you execute people, they won't commit crime because they'll be dead. Moreover, in countries, no idea what that sentence means. Then there's something about NGOs are very concerned. Well, what does that have to do with, do you agree or disagree that capital punishment is essential? Conclusively, such measures could benefit society in the long run with decreased crime rates, and our focus must be to save the law-abiding ones and those who outrage the law. Well, right, for your conclusion, all you need is simply restate the topic. Restate the topic, restate your opinion, and the two reasons that you gave. No new information in the conclusion. You simply paraphrase your introduction. So, this is better than the first. However, not by much. You still wouldn't get more than maybe 5 for task response and cohesion and coherence. And grammar, vocab, you might get 6. So I think we need to do quite a bit of work on this. Okay, so that's all I have to say for this. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, you can send me a message in the group on Facebook. Okay.